What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay I would like to show. This is actually going to be 3 replays. 2 are going to be from Obelisk, and 1 is going to be the Fastest Warrior game that I just played versus Mercenary. This was straight like the sackiest shit ever, I feel like. So, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit the like, hit the sub. If you're not new here, hit the like. Let's just go over some gameplay here and see what happened. This will be the first one. This is me versus Mercenary on the FL ladder. And the other 2 will be my Obelisk matches because I just got my invite a couple days ago by winning Obelisk 63, I think it was, or some shit like that. So, yeah, it was clutch. This was just like disgusting, this game right here. Like, gosh, this is why Warriors is like, this is why they are the Stones. Like, so when I play Turbo, I'm like, damn, I should just be playing Warriors because they're just that good. Even if they side deck, it doesn't even matter. So I did win the RPS here. Nice start. Let's go ahead and just show my hand, not show his. So I start all mons and shoot. You hate to see it, but I decide just to set the shoot and summon DD, pass, and then I shoot him. So I'll show it now. He's got Mirror Force, TD, Spy, Chaos Sword, Pot, and Book of Moon. You always want to send back the TD because it's the light, and I have an answer for the Spy right here. So you just probably want to do that. So let's go ahead and hide it now. He pot agrees, it's random. He does find Duo here, which is tough. Hits on BLS, not the worst because I still have the Exile and I have the Tribe. That answers a lot of his hand here, so he's gonna set, which we know is this, and he sets a mystery back row that could be Book or Mirror Force. I do just go for this Exile. I draw Solemn, which is pretty nice here. I get him for 15, and he just takes it. I set Solemn to pass. He draws a card. He sets it back for passes. I draw Dutch Shoot, which is pretty clutch. So I get him for another 15. He takes it. I down to 4. I get the Dutch Shoot him again here, and he draws BLS and a knock. So now he has Book, Knock, Sork. So I just send the BLS. Pretty simple pick here. I draw into another Judgment, which is pretty nice. And he does decide to Book here, which makes sense because then he can knock on his turn. I set the Judgment and pass. He does go for that knock and just ends. I draw a TT. I just set the TT pass. He sets the back row and then discards Thunder here. And he just decides to go for it. I'm glad I didn't just use Tribe last turn. That was really clutch. Been waiting. I draw into another Judgment, so now I have 3 Solemns here. So I'm like, well, I know he has 2 TDs. Let's just go for this clock here. Get him for 16 and see what happens. He does fire the Mirror Force. I do not use a Judgment here. It's like, whatever, the Tribe is what it is. I draw an ST, which is okay. He draws, passes. I draw the Blade Knight. I try to get in. And he uses Wing Blast, so this is why you probably want to play Regeki Break in that situation. He sets it back. I set the back row, end phase MST. I draw him for the Blade Knight. I get him for 2k. He takes it. He's at 2k. Draws a random card. He tries a heavy. I just Judgment it. And he tries to snatch. I fire another Judgment here. And yeah, I guess he's on 2 Book of Moon. So he's on like the Alvarado list, I want to say here. He tries to book that, and I just go for the Judgment. And he had a dead Dutch. So pretty good game 1 there, I will say. So this game right here is just like insane. He gets to go first. I open pretty godly, I'm not gonna lie. Graceful, Solemn, Heavy, Knock, Ninja, everything you want to see. The upstarts, I'll take the life. He sets a monster, which we can see is kinetic. I just shot him with Knock because I'm thinking I did pour the Spies in, so I like to get him out of the deck. But I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad it wasn't Spy, because now I can discard the Spy, get the Dark and Light going, summon the Blade Knight, get him for 2k, get him for 2k, pass. And then he tries to summon Tsukiyomi. He tries to swing Isaku. He just passes. And that's it. That's the whole game because he draw Mons. And boom. I just got the BLS and match ever. That was straight insane. So the next two will have a lot more gameplay, so let's get on to them. Let's see. Oh, disconnect. Alright, that was replay number 1. Let's go to replay number 2. I'm going to show you the Fungus Among Us match, which was pretty interesting. There was definitely... I had to win 2 to win the whole tournament, so it's pretty nice. There's only 3 left. Me, Ghost Rider, and Fungus Among Us. So I had to play Fungus Among Us, and then if I lost, I had to play Ghost Rider, and if they lost, I don't know. I think someone said it's a he, but then I would have had to play Fungus Among Us would have been in the finals. But that is actually on Cub's stream if y'all want to watch it. But I'm gonna go over the replay here. So we're playing against Ash's Spicy, which is Fungus Among Us. So let's check it out, and see what happened. Happy New Year to everybody. It's a little late, 15 days into the new year. How's everybody doing out there? What's goody? What's goody? What's new? What's old? What's not so old? Yeah, just trying to get back into this YouTube thing. I'm at 750 subs. It would be nice if I can get to 1,000 by the end of the year. That's just 250. It seems like not that much, but it is a lot because I just can't get to 1,000. I don't know how to do it. I don't put the work in like that, so maybe that's the reason. But I did play Edison game the other day, and someone was like, "Are you the reactor? I watch your videos all the time." They were used to watch my videos all the time playing Edison, so my name is still out there. So, and I think I'm a pretty good Go for my player. But anyways, back to me. Enough of me bloating about myself. Let's go ahead and just go show hand here. Not sure who won the die roll on this one. I think I did win the die roll, yeah. So I open. No, they won the die roll. Okay, but I have Blade Knight, Haiku, Torrential, Grace, and Kree. They start with Duo and roll a 2 and get my Blade Knight. And I discard Kaiku here because I have the Kree. And I just feel like I don't think Kaiku's really going to do that much. They set 2 back rows on, which you can see is Eco. I wish I wasn't there so I wouldn't know what it was, but here we are. So I have to shotgun this Grace, so I have really no other option. And I draw into Blade Knight, Ring, and Solum. So I decide, I think, to discard Kree and discard Blade, and I kind of just go into just like set everything. Hoping it's a spy, like PT, and maybe fight back in this game somehow, but it does not look too good when he starts a duo. And he's going to flip his Deco here, get another +1. So now he's got 7, I got 4. It's not where you really want to be. And he's setting that, playing around Dutch Shoot, that makes sense. And now he's going to fire the heavy. I literally have the judgment here because it will literally be -4. So he gets in with 14. And do I take this hit? Yeah, I take this hit right here. I just say set the monster passes. I draw Snap Shield, which is just. This is the problem with the Warrior deck. You know, the last game, yeah, it was amazing, but this can happen where it's like, what can you really do? Like, you don't have. I guess normal monsters, I get that, but even if I wouldn't have, these are probably answers. Well, he did have one answer, Mirror Force. So now I have to just Mirror Force the Deco, so I don't keep taking hits. I go for the knock. He summons the best card in this situation, pretty much, which is Sangin. So this is tough here. He's going to get him for 1,000. And I'm just going to take it. I draw Dawn, which is decent, I guess. But I'm going to have to just summon it here. Try to get in. He does play Mirror Force. So that's really rough. He sets 1 jar. Summons Tsukiyomi. I have to PT here. No choice because I die if I don't. So, and he gets the Night Assailant. He's in a pretty good spot here. Goes for the Thunder Dragons, and I think he wins right here, possibly. Drops the sword and just beats me. Oh, card destruction, so yeah, it's just like, this is just the worst situation I could be in. And doesn't kill me yet. I draw Blade Knight. I just summoned it. I'm like, screw it. Try to get in. He rings me. I'm at 100, and I think I've seen enough here. So losing game 1 is tough. But we go to the next one here. Yeah, I've seen enough after this graceful. I just scoop it up, I think. I don't know, nope, not yet. Which there's no reason to not. Like, you just scoop it, right? That's there's nothing I could do at all. So now we go to game two. I'm looking a little frustrated. Lost game one, but we put on the helmet and we go to fighting. So now we have Exile, Solemn, Knock, Duo, Kaiku, and Shoot. Pretty good hand here. I am just going to go for the Duo here. Could have maybe just went for Dust Shoot first and then Duo, but really glad I didn't do that because I hit his Graceful, so that is where you get rewarded. Decide just to summon Kaiku and set the farm and pass. Goes to standby right away, which is great. So now I see he has Snatch, Card Destruction, and Saku. Gonna go for Snatch. I'm gonna take the 18 here. I have no Mons and Grave, so this is fine. It says Saku and says Card Destruction passes. I draw level 2, which is pretty awful. So I literally have to just summon this Exile, or he's gonna keep beating me up. And now he goes for Card Destruction here, which is fine, but he draws it to the best card he could have drawn, which was Sinister, which is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So I draw a Call, which is okay, nice. I do have the Knock here, so I'm feeling like I might have a shot. And he just Saku's the Dawn, which I'm okay with. Don't really hate to see that. He does draw a card and sets one. I go Breaker, I draw Breaker, and I go Breaker. I do try to just summon the Breaker for no value, get in with level 2, and boom. So this is a pretty decent spot I'm in. I have the Judgment for anything. I have his back row set. I draw him to Rhoda. I'm getting aggressive here. I got him on a clock. Let's get it. 3,900 to the face. We're really putting up work this game. And now he literally has like one turn here to do something. And that's it. So boom, scoops. So now we go to game 3. And this is where it gets really interesting, to be honest, because this is just crazy how this plays out. I open a pretty bad hand. All Mons and Heavy is not really what you really want to see with the BLS. He opens the Thunder Dragon. Let's see, does he open 2? No, he does not open 2, so this is really tough. And he just card destructions me right away. So now I'm like, alright, this is either really good, really bad. Probably bad, but I do draw a pretty much a lot better hand. But now I'm playing the game with no BLS, no Kaiku, and no Heavy. And he starts with Duo. So now it's like my hopes of winning this game are just like dwindling like a lot at this point. I'm really down. I'm like, damn it, he fucking dust shooted me. I mean, he card structured me. I was okay with that. Seen my hand, and then I seen the Duo, and I'm just like, fuck. So I decided to discard Solemn because I'm like, I don't have a lot of cards, so life is pretty much going to be my only resource to maybe come back here. I draw on a Dutch Shoot, which is pretty decent here. I just fire the Pot of Greed right away. I draw Graceful, which is really good in Spy, so definitely a comeback. Decided just to fire the Graceful to try to get back in this game some. Don't have a BLS, don't have a Heavy. I discard the Spy because it's like, screw it. And I just go for the Blade Knight hit here. And I try to get in. He does decide to Mirror Force, so that is tough. He goes standby, he gets back to Sinister, and then I activate Shoot, so I get to see what he has here. He does have the Heavy Storm, which is really, really rough for me. He has his Trunade, which is insane. No reason why he even has that card, but he fires the Heavy here, so now I'm literally down to one card, and he has 5. So at this spot right here, if you had to place a bet, I would literally probably bet my house that I lose this game. Like, there's no possibility of me winning this game. Like, I literally have a Kaiku, and this man has a 5 hands. Now, mind you, he does have pretty garbage shit. I don't remember what he drew exactly here, but still, it's like really tough to do. Oh, he has Singing, so he gets in for 24. I take it. Let's see what I can do here, and I draw into Premature Burial, which is okay, but I'm like, is it really that okay? Don't really see how that's helping me. But I do just decide to slam this Kaiku because it's all I can really do here. And I try to... I don't think I draw a Duke Free. I just go for it. I go for the free play. I'm like, if you got Mirror... Now, Mirror Force is already gone, so I do. This is why I go for this play right here. And I think for a second... I think I get another Kaiku here. Yeah, I go for double Kaiku because I figure like at least he doesn't have Mirror Force. He can clear one. Hopefully his back rows are fake, and I know he has True Nade as one of them for sure, and not sure he has a jar. So they are both just fake. So my mindset here is to try to get at his graveyard and remove his light, so at least he doesn't have a play in Tsukiyomi's in graveyard. So this is actually pretty clutch here. It's like, what can he really get with Sengen? And this is where it gets crazy because he searches Spy. So I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be tough. How can I out that now? My freaking Ninja's in grave. I have Nox. I have level 2. I have Omaroda. So my Exile's gone. But it's looking pretty tough here. So still, he can't drop a Chaos Monster. So it's pretty decent. So I literally just have to pass here. He draws, he goes jar, so I'm like, okay, then he goes pot, so I'm like, oh my god. This is like getting really bad. And he graceful. So he pots and graceful. So now it's like I'm literally just like throwing my mouse like at this point, just like it's so fucking over. There's not a damn thing I'm gonna be able to do. I gotta fucking come back and win. How am I gonna win this? So he discards Jar and Sinister, which is completely dead, and sets a monster and sets a back row and passes. I draw into Minecon. Now, at this point, I'm literally like, this is a spy, and I can still flip and go get a spy, and I can get him for 36 and 12. And I'm like, alright, I got a shot, but it's not looking too great. So, I go Minecon, thinking he definitely set the spy, right? He has to. But, to my surprise, he set Magician of Fate. So I'm like, okay, let's fucking go. I flipped the Fate. I grabbed the good old pot of greed because I need something to make me. I could have grabbed Graceful, but then I only get one card. So I'm like, I really need these two cards to be really good for me to get back in this game. And I said, yeah, I needed that. And I pot of greed. I draw into Ring. I draw into Rhoda. And now I'm like, well, if he has TT, he's going to get me. If not, I'm putting him on a clock. And let's get in. I go for the fucking Boogie Down Blade Knight. So get him for 18. He takes it. Takes the 18. Thinks about it for a second. Takes the 18. Puts him at 4K. Banish the Sinister right away. Banish the Dart. Get him for another 18. Takes it. Now he's at 22. Now I'm like, alright, I got hope. Because if I get him for this Blade Knight, I'm actually going to win this game. This is fucking crazy. Boom. I get him for 2K. And unfortunately, he has a sack for this. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I guess I'm still fucked. Because if he draws Snatch, like, I'm in a very bad spot. Like, what am I going to do? He's going to Snatch this. I guess I couldn't just ring it, but still, it's like, I'm not. I set the ring, and I pass. I know he has True Nade, so literally if he has Snatch, you can just, like, do some shit. I don't know, but anyway, so he decides to. I mean, he draws Return. Now he has Spy. I'll just show it. Spy, BLS Swords. And he draws in a Giant Orc. So now I couldn't even believe this was even like real when it was happening. I was like, this man just gonna set spy and just dip on me here. He switches up the defense. He plays sword, so I'm like, oh great, now I can't even attack him or nothing. So, but he goes for the giant orc play, and I stand up and start screaming like, let's fucking go! I got his ass. I think I activate it. I stand up and it's curtains. He drew the giant orc exactly at 2200. Literally, if he just set spy there, I'm pretty sure he probably comes back and beats me. But that was fucking insane. I couldn't believe that he actually summoned orc there, not sword. He summoned giant dork and literally got ring of destruction for game. Unbelievable. That was crazy. I literally was out of that game. Y'all just seen it. It was insane. But anyways, now we are feeling good. We only got to beat Ghost Rider once or Fungus Among Us. But looks like Ghost Rider ends up beating Fungus Among Us in this tournament. We will go to the Ghost Rider game, which was pretty crazy as well. I think I went to a game 3 on the first set. He didn't reset bracket, so it was just one win, and I got the invite, which was pretty nice. No stress. So Warriors best deck, right? We go here. Let's find it. Where's it at? Go missed. How is it? Fuck. Damn, I'll play a lot of people for this. It's coming. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. the hell is it? No way it was this far away. Where's Ghost Rider at? Next time I see Ghost Rider, okay, here it is. Alright, this is the finals for the obelisk. This is for all the marbles. He's got to beat me twice. I got to beat him once. Let's check it out, see what happens. Check it out. Last replay of the video. Pretty long video here, but hey. Got 3 replays in one video. Damn, coming back strong. Alright, so we will just go show hand again to see kind of my perspective of things. Now go show both. I'm not sure who won the RPS. I think I might have. Yeah, I did win the RPS, so this is nice. So I opened Grace, Ninja, Saku, Solemn, Tribe, Rhoda. I Graceful into Knock, level 2, and Book. So I sit here and think for a second and decide to discard the Saku because it's not the greatest against Turbo. And I just discarded level 2 because I have a Knock here. So, and I'm literally just going to go for the set 4 Summon Ninja Pass. This play right here is pretty intimidating to people. Even if these aren't real, as long as you have a Solemn. You don't want to do this if you don't have a Solemn, because if you do this and they heavy you, you're fucked. But literally, you could just have like fake cards that aren't Gust Shoot, and they're not gonna know that. Like you see, like I only have like a Solemn and a Book here. This is like, so I just feel like this right here play is very intimidating, and yeah, so it gets in the player's head at least. So that's great about this. So he does go Thunder Dragon here, picks up 2. Sets a back throw, sets a monster, passes. I draw on the ring. So now I can get my army going again, my back throw army. Get him for 18. I knock the Sinister, which is a pretty good hit. Because now all his fodder's gone. So now I literally know he has 2 Thunder Dragons and 3 randoms at the moment going into 4. I obviously just set ring and pass here. He draws into them 4 cards with 2 Thunder Dragons. Sets a monster, sets 2 back rows and passes. 3 back rows and passes. So now I'm like, oh shit. This man has all the back rows in the world. So now I draw into BLS, which is pretty nice. I don't have the Dark and Light, but it's still plus. I go for the Rhoda here, and I just go for the Exile, putting this on a Spy. Alright, that's possibly Spy. Let's just go ahead and get it out the way. Now, at this point, I know he literally only has 2 Thunders in hand, and all these back rows that are probably like dead Dust Shoots, dead Knocks, etc. So get him for another 18. Really good damage getting in early. 2 turns, both of them connected. So feeling decent about this one. He draws to the 1 random, sets another back row, goes in the jar. And sets another monster and passes. I draw in a Dust Tornado, which is not the greatest draw, but I literally just have to just get in and swing, no other choice. It is a Singin, so now he gets the search. He's searching for the Night Assailant. So now I'm thinking he probably has a Regeki break to pop this, and gonna go Yugioh back and try to get some advantage on me. And he does have that Regeki break. He goes for this back row, and I don't chain it because I feel like he probably has a knock set here. And he definitely did have a knock set. And he has 2 more Regeki breaks. The man was on 3 Regeki breaks. Did not even notice that. Wow. So he does go for that deco. He sets the deco, he sets a back row, passes. I am for Dust Ray of that one. It's a dead Dust Shoot. You hate to see it, but it is what it is. I draw onto a Dust Shoot, so now my Dust Shoot could be live. I decide to set the Dust Shoot, pass. He just goes right for it, and then he decides to chain, but he didn't say hold prior or anything, so he discards the Fade. Now I just send back a Thunder, getting through all of his Regeki breaks here. So now I know he has Jar of Greed and Thunder Dragon. And now I'm thinking that all his Regeki breaks are gone, but unfortunately he has 1 more. Can't find a Dark, but now he's at 44. And I just say, you know what? Why not? I got a Judgment set. I know what he has in his hand. I got a ring set. If I can get in here for 16, I could put him down to 2,800, I think, if my math's right. Or no, not 20. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm tripping. definitely 2800. And then if he does draw BLS, I could just ring him for game. That was my thought process here. So I decided to get him for 16, and he does just take it. He doesn't want to use the Regeki break here. I set the other knock as a bluff and pass. He goes for the drawer. So now I know he has Thunder and 2 randoms. He goes for the Regeki break, hits the back row, hits my judgment. So now I'm like, oh fuck, he's looking bad. Drops the sword. There it is. Calls Cryo, pretty sure. Boom, banishes, set the back row. I draw into Rhoda, and now it's just like I gotta go for it here. If he happens to stop it, I gotta just go for it. So, and this is gonna be curtains because he has nothing set that's gonna stop me here. So if I could just search the Dawn here, and if he does stop it, he stops it. Book of Moon would have not been that, wouldn't have been bad because I had knock even for that. So it's like, if he stops this, I'm like, sure, I'm at least gonna drop my BLS or game. So boom, get game 1. That was pretty clutch. Played through 3 Regeki breaks. Really nice there. So now we go to game 2. Now I'm 1 game away from getting my invite. Feeling pretty good. Pretty good. I opened pretty good here. Just no mon, snatch, pre, ring, duo, solemn. Pretty busted hand. Just need a mon to get something going here. He discards Thunder. Grabs 2. Goes upstart. I gain a stack. Sets the T set and passes. I draw into a knock, which is pretty decent. Gotta fire the duo, no choice. I roll 2. Thunder Dragon, he does have the Sinister, so that's really good for him. Bad for me. Decide to set 3 just to play around the duo in case he has it. No reason to leave 2 in my hand for no reason. Or in case he draws it, if he would have happened, he would have definitely played it. So he gets Sinister back. Decides to set the Sinister as a pretty much bait for me. And I go on to the perfect card to go for the bait. I just have to get in here and see what it is. And it is a Sinister, so he doesn't mind just taking that hit. And now it goes Regeki break. He's getting in my back rows. He hits my 1. That's not real, which is pretty nice for me. But he does instantly get it for free because he has Sinister. So it's pretty good for him. He tries to go Breaker. I have to ring this because if I don't, he's just gonna pop my other 1, and then I'm gonna look like an idiot. So boom, I just ring that. Get it out of here. Sets the back row passes. I draw in the Spy and decided to summon the Spy here. This was probably a mistake. I probably should have set that Spy there. That's probably what cost me this game, I want to say. But I was just thinking in my head, like, if you have Snatch, you're just going to snap. But if you have Snatch anyways, he just snatches this and runs it over. So there's literally no difference. So I think setting that Spy is a lot better. And if he leaves in knocks, he could knock this and then get rid of all of his Spies when I got to worry about him for the whole game. So I think setting that was, something that was definitely a mistake. Because now he just has a Regeki break here, and he just cleans up his back row, gets back his Serpent, and things are about to get bad, I think, because he does have the Dark and White. Oh, he goes Tribe here. Yep, see, I would have definitely been a little bit better off. He would have had at least discarded another card. Let's just see what he had, because I don't even know. He had Snatch. So he did have the Snatch. So, but he decides to save it, though. So, yeah, maybe if I set it, though, he goes for it, and I'm in a better spot. Because I think definitely setting that's a lot better. Because now I draw MST, which is tough. I set the MST. He draws in the Mirror Force. He gets in for 16. He gets pretty low here. He sets the Night Assailant. I have to just do that. And now it's just like, I think I have to snatch here. Oh, no, I don't. I don't snatch again. He draws in the Grace. He fires the Grace. And now I'm like, oh yeah. It's pretty much over. We're going to a game 3. That's what I feel like. Because just has too much stuff. I do draw into a Spy. I set the Spy pass. He gets a Sinister. He's gonna Regeki break, pop them on, which makes sense. Get back a Sinister. He's gonna flip this, get Graceful. And yep, it's time for me to shoot. Boom, he drops all this stuff. He's gonna get him for 19, give me another turn. Which definitely makes sense. It's better to play it smart. And sets that passes. I do draw on the Breaker here. And he just says okay. I pop the Saku. I try to get in, he books it, and he gets that Graceful, and it's completely curtains because he has Dark and Light, and he's just gonna show the BLS here, and it's over. So he don't have the grace for anything. He just got the BLS and beats me. Maybe he doesn't have Dark and Light. No, he definitely has Dark and Light. I don't know what he's doing. Now he's just playing with me. Just playing with me. I know, like, when he goes Dark and Light, it's over because he just sort killed. But we will go into a game 3, and this is where it gets pretty interesting, in my opinion. This is the final, last game. Let's see what happens. Last game of the video, last replay. I draw pretty good here. I draw Blade, Exile, Pot, Mirror Force, and another Blade, so right where I want to be at. And I draw Shoot. So now I'm kind of like Birdman, rubbing my hands together, like, oh shit, I'm about to get this invite. I'm looking good. But to be honest, after I dust shooted him, I felt really, really bad because I'm going to show you what happened. And then I draw Dust Tornado and Knock, so I'm like, alright, this is really good. I set the Blade Knife, I set the Dust Shoot, I set the Dust Tornado, and I just pass, and I just go for the Dust Shoot right away. And now he has Ring, Breaker, TD, Mirror Force, Zombira, Graceful. So at this point, I'm fucking pissed because I'm like, if I don't send back the Thunder Dragon, he goes plus on me. But if I don't send back the Breaker, he goes plus on me. So it's like, what do I do? Like, he's just going to pop this and swing, and I'm just fucked because I set his Blade Knight. So I'm looking really bad, and I'm like, fuck, I actually am going to lose this, and it's going to be a reset. Because when you go neg 2 right here, it's really, like, hard to recover from this position. But anyways, I decide to obviously have to send back the Thunder Dragon because I'm like, it's the light, and it's fodder for Graceful, so I'm just going to do it. I got to do it. Send it back. Boom. Got to send back the Thunder Dragon. But, surprisingly, this really shocked me. He goes Graceful. So I'm like, okay, this is fine. Kind of. He discards MST and BLS. So now I'm like, oh, well, okay. Well, BLS is gone. This is great. He summons the Breaker, which I knew he was going to do. He pops the back row. So I'm like, okay, he's going to battle phase, right? No, this man decides to set 2 and just pass. So I'm like, oh my god, I bluffed him into thinking this was Spy or like Kinetic Soldier or something. Like, you always just swing here. Even if it's Spy, like, it's like, fuck it. What is the point in not, like, I don't see why he did this, but I guess he just was that much of a believer. Maybe he wanted me to just, like, have to flip it so he could run it over or something, is what he was thinking, so I wouldn't have 2 in defense. I don't know what he was thinking, but I was just so happy. I lit up like a fucking light bulb when he didn't attack me. I was like, holy shit, hold up. Hold the motherfucking phone. I got a shot now. So, I instantly go, let's see, you ain't got no shoots, you probably sided him out. I flip the Blade Knight, he says okay, and I just go for the crash here, and he blows out 1 back row. So I'm like, alright, that's 1 back row gone. Ain't gotta worry about it. And now, I decide to set the level 2, getting real tricky with him. Now is this the Spy? This could be the Spy, you know? I mean, the last one wasn't. So shit, if the first one wasn't, the second one has to be Spy. Because he knows I sided in Spy is 100%. And then I decide to just set 2. I'm like, if you have True Heavy out of the 1 card that I didn't know, you just drew it and you're just great. If you draw it here, you're great. But I have to try to protect the level 2 here. So I just pass. And now he summons Zombira, so I'm like, okay. And now he decides to go to battle because he thinks this is the Spy. And I activate the Mirror Force and get the quick +1. This was huge right here. I was like, oh shit. I'm in the fucking kitchen now a little bit. Let's go. And I draw into the Kaiku, but I can't summon it because I know he has Ring and I know he has Mirror Force. So at this point, I think I know everything he has, right? He has Ring, Mirror Force, and I think I'm missing 1 random. So yeah, I don't know he has Snatch. So, but I have a dead knock here. So I decide to flip the level 2 and just get him for 900 and poke. And he just takes it. And then I decide to set the Kaiku. I'm getting crazy here. Setting Kaiku. What am I doing? I'm a fucking lunatic. I'm like, please burn that Snatch. He draws into pot, so I'm like, oh shit, I'm in trouble now. He's potting me. Oh fuck. And he does go for the Snatch play and swings into the Mon. So now I'm thinking I got Light and Dark Release, and I'm going to gain some life here. I draw on a Duo, which is pretty nice. It's okay. think I just fired right away. Oh no, I don't. I just pass here. I'm like, fuck it. I don't even do nothing. I don't know because I feel like he has spring mirror force. So at this point, I'm literally like searching for heavy. I think that's why I didn't do anything. He goes jar, so I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this because now it gives me a chance to get 2 with his duo. That's what I'm looking to do here. He goes in the soup, so I'm like, alright, that's pretty bad. But here we are. So now I know for sure I should be able to get 2 with his duo now because one's going back unless he sets both. And he only sets one, so I'm like, alright, music to my fucking ears, let's go. Drawing the judgment, which is pretty clutch here. I can at least stop something if I have to. Go for the duo play. And he does chain the Regeki break, but I'm okay with this. It is what it is. Get rid of the other Regeki break. So now I know he has ring mirror. 100% ring mirror. I think, and I just decided to blow the exile here because I'm like, if I don't, I gotta get by both the back rows and he's gonna start beating me up. And at least I have judgment. So he draws for turn. He sets another back row, passes. I draw into a blade. I'm like, let's just get in here. I got to. And he does use the mirror force, so now I know he has ring and a random. I draw into BLS, which is pretty clutch. I go for another Blade Knight here. Try to get him again for 2,000, and then now I burned the other ring, so I'm like, okay, this is looking pretty good here. I'm decent. All of his back rows are gone, at least, at this point. I draw on a Dawn, so now I'm like, alright, you have to stop this, or we're going to be in trouble. But this time, he goes for the Dust Tornado play, which threw me off a little bit, and gets to set the back row. Now, at this point, I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, snatch. He's going to snatch me, and he's going to get my BLS. But I wasn't thinking the snatch is already engraved. By setting that Kaiku, I baited him into using the snatch to get past my monster. So that was huge. Now I know he only has 2 Thunders in hand, and I'm like, alright, I got a shot. Let's go. I draw on a Dust Shoot. It's not live right now, but it is what it is. I get him for 1,400. What's he gonna do? Does he take it? Does he not? He does not take it. He uses another Regeki break. So I'm like, alright, all the back row is gone here. I'm looking okay. I set the back row and pass to use Dust Tornado. So now I'm like, alright, he's only got 1 card, Thunder Dragon. He draws the fucking duo. I'm so upset. I'm like, god dang it, I win the game if I just drop the BLS. Because I know he has Thunder, that's it. Should have definitely dropped BLS there, but it's like if you do and he draws his Chaos, his sword, I lose the game. So it's like I didn't want to do that. So it happens. Now I know he has Thunder. I draw into the Ninja. Get him for the 18. Now I'm like, alright, he's got a 1-turn clock. Just no Chaos. Nothing funny here. He sets a back row, passes. I draw into Heavy Storm. All the Regeki breaks are in fucking grave. So I'm like, let's go. We win. Boom. Drew the Heavy off the top. And he did happen to draw Saku. So that was insane. Hope y'all enjoyed those replays right there. Just some good old Warrior versus Turbo gameplay. Y'all hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. Peace out. Bye.